The quarterfinal matchup of IEM Oakland just happened today, and if you followed my advice, you would have won on the SK versus G2 matchup. I ended up putting 15% of my bankroll on there, a little bit more than I usually do. The reason why, though, is I had favored the odds around minus 550 to minus 600 for SK based upon what I saw going through on the pick ban phase and what I had analyzed and predicted. I got actually minus 350 odds, so I felt extremely strong on that. I put in 15% and I reaped the benefits. Some things to note about the match. So the pick ban didn't go like I thought. I thought G2 should have picked Nuke because it's one of SK's weakest maps, if not the weakest map, and G2 has a decent Nuke. They did actually end up picking that, which was great. I thought that was a good start for them. Just like I had predicted, so I wasn't worried about that. Then SK immediately picked Train. The thing that threw me off, though, is SK let Dust 2 go through the map veto. I thought they would want to go to Cobblestone. SK have been practicing that map a lot and have let it go through to the likes of Mousesport. So I guess I saw that. Going into it, I thought that the only way that G2 had a chance to win is if they got to play on both Nuke and Dust 2 because they have beat SK on Dust 2. They just got outperformed. Honestly, the Nuke game, right, that wasn't very close. SK's terrible at it, but the other twos were just a spanking. So that was an easy win there. Regarding the NIP Immortals game, I wasn't on that game just because, as I mentioned earlier, Immortals is a new team. I don't know what their map pool is like. I don't know how they're going to play. And NIP is just getting Pith back, which could change things up. Looking forward to tomorrow, the matchups will be SK and Astralis going on first. Some things to note. So Astralis has a semi-new team there. They do have all day. They looked on fire in the opening games. They won their group 4-1 because they beat the Immortals. Immortals were also 4-1 with the new team. I'm taking that as my cue to not bet on that game. I think there's too much up in the air, and I don't have a good enough read on that team yet. I don't know if they're going to choke in the quarterfinals like they always do. I don't know if they're going to play lights out. If they played like they did earlier, they have a chance to beat SK, and I just don't know what their map pool is like and what they've been practicing a lot of. I'm guessing that they'll go for a Nuke pick, so if I had to bet on that game, I would pick Astralis plus 1.5 against SK, but then again, I'm skipping it. The second game that I will also be skipping is FaZe versus NIP. NIP has a newer lineup with Pith back in there, right? So their old original lineup, but they're still getting back into the form. They looked great. They looked on fire today. They stomped Immortals. And FaZe, they have a new team leader with Kerrigan in there and Kiyoshima coming back in the lineup. So I don't have a strong feeling. If I change my mind, I'll put up another video. I may do that tomorrow morning, but in general, if I do bet on it, it will be something like 0.5 to 1% of my bankroll, just to have some fun. But again, I don't agree with that. So we're skipping tomorrow. I'll be watching the games. I'll be there live again. Had a blast, and we'll see you guys in the next video.